Hello, my name is Lior, and today we're going to look at some video from the closed beta for Rift's new Storm Legion expansion. Storm Legion comes out on November 13th, and this video was taken on the October 5th, 2012 closed beta weekend. In the beta, players got to the new expansion zones via two portals located outside the Chancel of Labours in Iron Pine Peak. In this case, we are heading off to Ferric Harbour in the Kingdom of Paladine. And some of the things we're going to look at today is just the layout of the new zone, some of the interesting new art styles, and also the dynamic questing. There's some changes to questing mechanics which are pretty interesting. So here we are in the Kingdom of Paladine, Ferric Harbour to be precise. And as you can see, it's looking pretty stormy out there, which seems appropriate for Storm Legion. We have a pretty cool lighthouse going on in the background, and let's take a look at our map here. So there we are in our Kingdom of Paladine. As we zone out, we can see that this is indeed a work in progress. Just down south at the very bottom is Cape Jewel, which is the other 50 to 52 starting zone. But we're going to stay up here in Kingdom of Paladine. Storm Legion introduces triple the size of landmass as that in Vanilla Rift. So there's a lot of space, a lot of stuff to look at. Trion's done a really good job of the art direction. We look in the background here at the stormy weather, and you can hear some thunder and see some lightning going off. And of course there's that lighthouse again, which is pretty cool and very atmospheric. You might notice in the sky there's some sparklies, which if you're a regular Rift player, you know means artifacts, collections, and for some reason they are glitched in this beta, so they are floating up in the air just beyond our reach, and you can see some in there trying really hard to get it, and even though I know I can't resist leaping for it. Oh, missed it. Soon. So here we are riding along. There's that lighthouse again. And we can see some of the rocky outcroppings. And up here is one of the new models for Storm Legion. This is an Iron Centurion Enforcer. And he looks pretty darn cool. Check out the shiny arms and kind of robotic looks. And yet he's breathing. He's a breathing robot. That's a little eerie. Here we see some of the new mechanics in action. There are these things hanging out everywhere with the quest symbol above their head. So I'm going to wander on over and pick one up. Wow! I have a new quest. And you'll see this mechanic a few times during this video, and I think it's going to be really popular during the 50 to 60 leveling in Storm Legion. There are still quest hubs, but there's a lot of stuff you can do in the wild. And I really want that artifact. Click, 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 click. Oh, wow. Alright, there runs by a Centurion. Looking kind of angry. So we're going to keep riding on here. Pick up another quest item. And take a look at some of the things just thrown around the landscape. Trion's done a pretty good job from what I saw in the beta of really bringing things to life, throwing out, you know, little things like this that don't necessarily interact with in any way, but just sort of add some flavor. Speaking of flavor, as we're going to ride up and around here, and you'll be able to see just behind that evil-looking shield to our left. What's that in the distance? It's a big mechanical dragon. Now, unfortunately, I wasn't able to ascertain whether this was a spontaneous event. Is this a zone event? How did this dragon come to be here, being killed by a group of people? But I thought that was really cool, being able to just ride up and, hey, dragon. It seems a little more dynamic than what we have now, and a little reminiscent of the popular questing style you see now in Storm Legion. Or, excuse me, in Guild Wars 2. In Guild Wars 2, and also in Storm Legion. So we're going to keep riding on here. And here's just some more examples of the questing in action. I have picked up this random object, and it gave me a quest to pick up more. There's also something new called Carnage Quests, and we're going to see an example of that. Pretty much every mob that I ran into has an associated Carnage Quest. So I'm going to somewhat slowly kill this fellow in my badge gear. And as you'll see, when I get him dead, I will get a quest. automatically to kill 24 more of them. And just about everything that I killed in the beta has an associated Carnage quest. The one downside of that, of course, is your quest log fills up really, really, really quickly. Something I cut out of this video was me spending like 5 minutes dumping all my quests out because I just ran out of space. And, I'm not sure what's going on in here, but there's a big dude, so let's run on through and see what's going on. Looks like a outpost. So you see the Carnage quests, and if you like killing things, definitely that's going to make leveling a lot easier in Storm Legion, because everything you kill pretty much is going to be part of a quest. And we're going to see a little more of that in action here. Here I am about to get aggroed, and I'm going to try and run away because I'm too lazy to kill things, but it's not going to work because, oh dear, I'm at a cliff. So let's do some killing here. If you are familiar with the cleric trees, you might notice that I am playing an Inquisitor in this video. The Inquisitor tree changed extremely little. It was the least changed tree between Vanilla and Storm Legion. So it was the easiest for me just to pick right back up and start killing things, as I didn't want to muck around with stuff. If you do like change, good news, all the other trees have gone through massive changes. It's going to take us all a while, I think, to get the hang of what we're doing. But Inquisitor, for the most part, my macros and everything just moved over very smoothly. And there we see an example of me just picking up random things, killing dudes as I feel I want to do, and picking up quests. And as you can see there, the quest markers with the red in the middle, those indicate one of the new Carnage quests, as opposed to the empty middle, which indicates one of the old-fashioned quests. And Carnage mobs that are applicable for a Carnage quest, will have a little red icon next to their name as you ride by them. So as we come up here, you can kind of see in the distance and on my mini-map, there's a lot of quest items. Oh, that's a pretty cool little dragony windmill thing. There's a lot of quest items on my mini-map, and in fact in the distance you can see them all over the dang place. They litter the scenery. And all these are ways of just picking up and starting quests as you go. And here's some more of the new models. I really like the organic robot cyberpunk thing they have going on. And that's a pretty badass looking elite dragon with a little glowy crystal. I hope we see the style continue on through the rest of Storm Legion, because I think it's a good way to differentiate themselves from other fantasy games. And we're just gonna ride on through here. There's a rift opening in the background. Some more Centurions. Where am I going? I don't know. So if you just like to run around and pick up stuff, here's an example of the environment. I was running by here and saw someone labeled as Shepherd and thought, what the heck, let's talk to them. And they're sad. I can help them find their sheep. Oh no, I'm a sheep! Unfortunately, I cannot engage in combat as a sheep, so I will run away sheeply. I got an achievement for doing that. And again, this is just someone that didn't have a quest marker over their head. I just ran up and talked to them just to see what was what, and now I am a quest-doing sheep. Unfortunately, it is a limited buff as much as I would like to run around as a sheep for all time. Run away! Bah! So hopefully we'll see a little more of that, just sort of dynamic engaging with the environments. And finally, we have come back around, as you'll see shortly, to the other side of the lighthouse. And right here, I'm just about to get the achievement for seeing the entire first zone. It actually didn't take very long at all. It was probably about 15-20 minutes for me to run around straight through. This is a 50 to 52 zone, so nothing really caused too much danger. I'm in badge gear for the most part, with a smattering of 10-man raid gear, and didn't find anything too difficult to kill. So that's it for this introduction to the Kingdom of Paladine and some of the new questing mechanics. We have videos coming up on Dimensions and everything else in Storm Legion, so subscribe to the Machiavelli's Cat Guild to be notified about those. Thanks for watching, and see you in Storm Legion.